Hello there, this is Jack. Today our topic is how to install and commission a control. Installing and commissioning a control valve is a critical process that requires careful attention to detail and proper testing and calibration. The process includes several key steps, such as pre-installation preparation, valve installation, actuator installation, commissioning and testing, and post-installation inspection. Proper installation and testing of the valve and associated components is essential for ensuring optimal performance and longevity of the valve. At ThinkTank, we have the expertise and experience to help customers properly install and commission their control valves, ensuring that they achieve optimal results and operate efficiently over the long term. So let's take it step by step. Before installing a control valve, it is important to ensure that it is compatible with the piping and process requirements. This involves reviewing the valve and actuator specifications and verifying that they meet the requirements of the process. It is also important to gather all necessary equipment and tools, such as wrenches, bolts, nuts, gaskets, and sealants. A visual inspection of the valve and associated components should be performed to check for any signs of damage or wear. Any issues should be addressed prior to installation. Additionally, it is important to verify that the valve and actuator are the correct sizes and types for the application. Once the valve and associated components have been inspected and verified, the next step is to ensure proper assembly and alignment. This includes verifying the orientation and alignment of the valve body and actuator, as well as tightening all fasteners and making any necessary adjustments to the valve assembly. By carefully preparing for the installation of a control valve and performing a thorough inspection and verification of the valve and associated components, customers can ensure that the valve is properly installed and ready for commissioning and testing. The first step in installing a control valve is to mount it to the piping system. The valve should be installed according to the manufacturer's instructions, and any associated components, such as gaskets or flanges, should be installed as well. Care should be taken to ensure that the valve is correctly oriented and aligned with the piping system. Once the valve is mounted to the piping system, the next step is to tighten the fasteners and make any necessary adjustments to the valve assembly. It is important to ensure that all fasteners are tightened to the appropriate torque specifications to prevent leaks and ensure proper valve operation. During the installation process, it is important to verify that the valve is properly aligned and that all components are correctly installed. If any issues are identified, they should be addressed prior to commissioning and testing. By carefully installing the control valve and verifying that it is correctly aligned and assembled, customers can ensure that the valve is ready for the next steps in the installation and commissioning process. In some cases, the control valve may come pre-assembled with the actuator. If this is the case, the installation process may involve simply mounting the valve and actuator to the piping system and verifying proper alignment and orientation. It is important to inspect the valve and actuator assembly to ensure that it is properly aligned and that all components are correctly installed. If any issues are identified, they should be addressed prior to commissioning and testing. Once the valve and actuator assembly is mounted to the piping system, it can be connected to the control system and tested for proper operation. This may involve adjusting the actuator settings or performing calibration procedures to ensure that the valve opens and closes properly. By carefully inspecting and verifying the valve and actuator assembly and testing for proper operation, customers can ensure that the control valve will provide optimal performance and efficiency for their process application. After the control valve and actuator are installed, the next step is to commission and test the valve to ensure that it operates correctly and meets the process requirements. This may involve several steps, including initial inspection. Inspect the valve and actuator assembly to verify that it is properly installed and aligned. Hydrostatic testing. Conduct a hydrostatic test to verify that the valve body and associated components can withstand the process fluid pressure. Calibration. Calibrate the valve and actuator to ensure that the valve opens and closes properly and that it operates within the specified range. Operational testing. Test the valve and actuator in operation to ensure that it responds properly to control signals and that it operates within the specified range. Performance monitoring. Monitor the valve's performance over time to verify that it continues to operate correctly and efficiently. By commissioning and testing the control valve, customers can ensure that it operates correctly and provides optimal performance and efficiency for their process application. Testing and monitoring the valve's performance over time can also help identify any issues or maintenance requirements that may arise in the future. It is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions and industry standards when commissioning and testing the valve to ensure safety and reliability. After the control valve and actuator have been installed, commissioned, and tested, it is important to perform a post-installation inspection to verify that the valve is operating correctly and efficiently. This may involve several steps, including visual inspection. Inspect the valve and associated components for any signs of damage, wear, or leaks. Performance monitoring. Monitor the valve's performance over time to ensure that it continues to operate correctly and efficiently. Maintenance planning. Plan for any necessary maintenance or repairs that may be required in the future, such as replacing worn components or performing routine maintenance tasks. Documentation. Ensure that all installation and commissioning documentation is up to date and complete, including valve and actuator specifications, inspection reports, and calibration records. By performing a post-installation inspection, customers can ensure that their control valve is operating correctly and efficiently and is ready for long-term use. Planning for future maintenance and repairs can also help minimize downtime and extend the life of the valve. It is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions and industry standards when inspecting and maintaining the valve to ensure safety and reliability. Proper installation and commissioning of a control valve is essential for ensuring optimal valve performance and longevity. By following the steps outlined in this video, including pre-installation preparation, valve and actuator installation, commissioning and testing, and post-installation inspection, customers can ensure that their control valve operates correctly and efficiently and is ready for long-term use. At ThinkTank, we are a professional and reliable control valve manufacturer with over 32 years of experience and a commitment to quality, innovation, and customer satisfaction. Our team of experts is here to provide free valve selection and sizing assistance, as well as on-site technical support and training to ensure that our valves operate safely and efficiently. Thank you for watching, and please contact us for more information or to schedule a consultation.